So we're back at the Darren Sammy Cricket Stadium in Grosile, St. Lucia at the day 3 of the 2020 Free Kick Youth Cup tournament. And we are on the first rounds of games for this afternoon. In the fixture on your camera at the moment is Real Betis TT, Trinidad and Tobago, from Trinidad and Tobago, and they are up against, in sort of fluorescent yellow, green color, Vincy bowlers. Vincy bowlers played their first game yesterday in the tournament, and they fought to a hard, difficult challenge with Little Haiti FC that ended in a 0-0 draw. And now they face Real Betis, Trinidad and Tobago. Vincy bowlers, of course, from the islands of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Real Betis TT hoping today for their first victory of the tournament against Vincy bowlers. They will have a challenge ahead of them, of course. We've seen the talent displayed by the Vincy bowler team yesterday, but different conditions today as those legs have now had 80 minutes, 85 minutes of mileage on them in this tournament. And we will see how they hold up today against a Real Betis Trinidad and Tobago team that has enough reserves to take them through. On the far side, not broadcasted today, but you may see some of the game going on in the distance. On the far side of the Darren Sammy Cricket Stadium, you will see Little Haiti FC up against Harlem United from Dominica, the island of Dominica. Harlem United, a team founded. Oh, there's a breakaway now. 1 sec. And the referee sees a yellow card. Player pulled back. Sweeper doing what he beaten by the bounce and doing what he needed to do to allow his team a chance to recover, sacrificing himself with perhaps a yellow card for that infringement. And now Vincy bowlers will have to settle for a free kick from maybe 35 yards outside the box. Soon we will give the lineups for today. Right now we see if Vincy bowlers could take the go-ahead through their number. No, it's not going to be number 10. Goes straight into the wall. Shaba tries to get around his man, loses it. Ball still not clear to safety. Referee playing a part, and he will call it back. So a man is down, the referee is attending to him. And the referee is calling the ball back. So today for Vincy bowlers, we have, of course, Justo in goal. We have Thomas and Morgan playing the centre backs. They're number 4 and number 14 respectively. We have Rashon Alexander, number 12, defensive midfield, and Duvani Williams, the third centre back, number 3. We have Shamron Phillips, also affectionately called Shaba by his teammates. Number 10 as the center attacking midfield, and we saw what he could do from that position yesterday. And on the right, Jaquan Adams, number 15, and number 8, and on the left, we have Edwards, Roy Edwards, in number 18. The midfielder behind Shaba is Courtney Franklin, number 17. And of course, up front, first goal now we're seeing for, you would have just seen it, for Vincy Ballers, gets off the mark. Their first goal for the game, scored, it seems, by number 12, Alexander, to be confirmed. And as I was saying earlier, up front for Vincy Ballers, it is Stephen Pear. So the Ballers from Newtown in Dominica taking an early lead. Pear chasing that one, trying to build off the momentum. And no doubt the entire community of Newtown must be proud of what these boys are doing here in Grosile, St. Lucia, representing both their community and their country. And for the Real Betis team this morning, of course, we have David Floyd in goal, Malachi Woodley, number 6, number 12 is Jaden Paris, number 15 is Darian Boswin, perhaps, we'll call him Darian, number 4 Malachi Marcel, number 9 on the right wing is Joseph Israel Carter. 2 players are down. The referee going to take a second to call the medical staff. And meanwhile, we'll continue with the match list. So that was Carter is number 11, and Hernandez, number 16 in centre-back position. Nathaniel Romain, one of 2 Nathaniels on this Real Betis team. And Jelani Marcel rounding off the starting lineup for Real Betis Trinidad and Tobago. Real Betis, of course, their coach, Mr. Kuvon George, is hoping to organize his team in a way to resist further successful attacks from a very competent Vincy Bowler team. So we are hoping these players out here are able to come back. Floyd Stu is up. Checking himself, looking at his arm, making sure he is 100% for this game. That is his throwing arm, so it may be useful to have full use of it. Still behind that one safely. And looking for his options. He comes out wide, but unexpected pace, perhaps. So they're calling Marcel. The referee is seeing that linesman is telling him that, I'm not sure what he's telling him actually, but he has another attempt. And that's going to be a throw to Betis. Oh, nice turn, but also equally competent. Vincy winning the ball, going wide, and I feel like this, it may be tough, and indeed it is. It is. So we wait for the ball to come back onto the field. And it's a long throw. Not sure it ever comes onto the field. So you could see his blue skies here in Grosile. 29 degrees Celsius with cool breezes, yet the sun is, of course, you can feel at 2:15 in the afternoon here in the Caribbean, you still feel the heat of the sun as if it were noon. So back to the game now. Betis trying to make their way. Nobody has full possession of it. It goes out of play. And will be restarted from a throw-in for Betis. And that's Marcel is looking for his options. Not Marcel. But Malachi, yes, Marcel. Two Marcels playing for this team, Malachi and Jelani. Shaba with the ball. Shaba tries to tap it over. He is successful, and it's a shot and very well held on to by Floyd. A cute pass from Shaba, Shemron Phillips, to find his striker up front. Pierre, I believe it is. And now Pierre again behind it, but he leaves it. He leaves it to the winger, number 17, Courtney Franklin. But the linesman has signaled an offside, and it is not going to count. So the goal has been called back, and it will be reverted to Real Betis, who give it up. But Marcel plays it inside, trying to change the play, but it is a header back out. The keeper starts back the play very quickly. Shaba trying to find his man, not able to, but slides to win it back. And now they will reset the play, going back to the keeper. And Stu will change his sides. Morgan is under pressure. They try to play very structured football. Sometimes it works, other times it may not, but they do attempt to play great football. And Morgan plays it out long. It goes wide down the right side. Vincy bowlers are looking for a option to come in with Franklin. Franklin looking for his option. He comes on top. They try to find Shaba. Shaba has it at his feet, and Shaba takes a shot, but it is well controlled by Floyd. Floyd looks for his options. And Morgan is, as always, underneath it first. Morgan puts it out. Morgan becoming the playmaker in this instance. A bit too long. Not often you would see Morgan using his playmaking skills to look for opportunities. But in this case he does. In this case he does, and it goes just a little long. So Betis is going to, through Floyd, get it out again. And it is headed out. It's a defeat of Pierre, who has some trickery. He looks for his teammate, and Pierre's put through. He's behind it, but Floyd is going to be behind that safely. He goes out to the wing. Shaba is behind it. Shaba is not able to get it. Marcel touches it backward. And Pierre gets in the way. He puts it to Shaba. Shaba tries to use his clever footwork to look to options. He brings it outside. Players going around the back. It's not going to get past the Betis defense, and they are forced to bring it back to Morgan. Morgan looking for his options. He decides to go inside and attempt at some quick play. Shamaron Phillips, not as ready as his teammate would have liked him to be. That is Franklin. And it's going to be a throw-in for Betis. Marcel puts it in. The referee is calling. It seems like a foul throw that the referee is calling. But we'll see in a moment. So this referee's bringing it back. Ford is being requested to come back to where the ball went out. We have a few players calling for it, but it will go for a corner. Shamaron Phillips going out to take the corner. One of the dead ball specialists on this team. He takes a lot of the kicks, and this time he comes short to Edwards. Edwards skips around one, but he gets off the shot, maybe a bit of balance. It goes over the top, and it's going to go back to Floyd to reset the play in favor of Real Betis, Trinidad and Tobago. Floyd, despite the losses, has always looked very confident in goal for Betis. He has been one of the leaders on this team, inspiring confidence in them, and he no doubt will continue to do so. Meanwhile, Vincy Ballers on the attack. The two players getting in each other's way. Floyd does well on the first save, and somehow Pierre finds a way to go wide. The ball slides off of the outside of his boot as he tried to chip it. He is wondering now maybe if he would have been better rewarded from slamming it past Floyd. Floyd making a great save, and Pierre not able to convert to give Vincy Ballers a 2-0 lead in this first half. But they are coming with another attack, and now Pierre again with another attack, not able to get it off, and this one is going to go out of play. The Vincy Ballers resetting very quickly. Phillips puts it across on the floor, and Pierre tries to get a shot off. It's still not out of danger, and it takes a deflection, and is going to be a throw-in that is taken very quickly. Shaba involved in set plays of the hand or the foot. And that is going to be another corner, I believe. The linesman is not yet signaling a corner. Yes, he does. And of course, Shaba is going to be the one charged with the responsibility for the corner. He goes first post, but it is headed out. Not out of danger as yet, as Edwards is behind it. The referee, I guess, sees a foul as Franklin was about to accelerate into the half, and it is going to be Betis ball. Another attack coming out. Despite the attacks, the consistent attacks coming from, referee calling for slide tackle. Studs, I guess, was showing, and he's going to call a free kick. It was Kishon Alexander who letting the Betis opposition know that it is not safe to come into our tongue here in this area. That, of course, Morgan yesterday, Matthias was involved, and now we see the likes of the new defenders who came in, really setting the tone defensively. But in the meantime, we have a free kick for Betis that is going to be taken by the second Nathaniel Mitchell, with his left foot. He's going to be consulted by his teammate, who is also measuring to kick it. But Nathaniel has a look, and it's a solid kick. It goes just wide. Respectable hit from Nathaniel Mitchell and his teammate Malachi Woodley, complimenting him on it with a high 10. But the ball back in at the feet of bowlers. Bowlers go outside. So Edwards, who is not going to get around, the referee calls it through, and they recovered. Shaba making the plays, and it is interrupted well and let out. But they are not able to keep it for long. A good job there by number 16 Hernandez, who has been resisting a lot of the attacks of Vincy bowlers, marshalling the defense. And now coming out, Hernandez to take the throw. Hernandez looks like he wants to go with a long throw, and he does, but Morgan, always the first to head balls on this team and even the field. Shaba is not able to keep it in play, and Edwards now is looking for his options. Goes down the line. They're not able to control it. And it's going to be another throw. Ford is going to take it. Ford goes long over the top up here this time, and the keeper, Floyd, just barely grabs it and will now be able to change the attack to the center. But Morgan always first. Morgan first, everyone else after on this field as long as he's on it. And now they come inside from the right, and a good idea. Shaba tries a back heel that does not work on this instance, and now Betis is on the attack. Clever shoulder pass, good control, and then a clever shoulder pass. Not successful on this occasion, but perhaps on another occasion by Joseph. And Hernandez drifting from center back out wide to take the throw. But we stop for a moment for the referee to calm Pierre down, who, I guess, emotions and passion raising in this St. Lucian heat. But Hernandez throws it in, and it is out by Shaba, and Hernandez will get another attempt to find his options, and this time he goes down the line. Shaba not able to get it. I know it's a race. Pierre's in front, but he sees Floyd coming, and he slows down. Floyd trying this time to use his otherwise underutilized left side. A good attempt to be patient from Israel Carter, but the touch just running away from him a little bit. And Stu deciding to kick the ball for 4 runs to the boundary on this Darren Sammy Cricket Stadium on this warm St. Lucia afternoon. So we go Hernandez again, up the line. Hoping Jaden Paris could have gotten behind it, but he is not able to. They urging Paris to get up and get back. And they close down, crunching tackle, but well ridden. And now going straight through the middle, 1-on-1, and it is a goal, very well taken, very good football, a nice through pass, quick counter attack for Vincy bowlers, and they go 2-0 up in the first half. In this case, it was number 17 for Vincy bowlers who scores this goal, who is Courtney Franklin. Found himself in a position that is otherwise occupied by Pierre, but he makes the through pass, and he very calmly puts it at Floyd's bottom right corner. So Vincy bowlers firmly in control now. Nice touch. They again always attempt, well, mostly attempt to play structured football, get all the players involved, keep the ball in the ground. There's a header over the top by the goal scorer. And Williams heads out. Betis looking to find something, looking to find an answer. And Alexander cuts that out well. The referee calls a foul. Hernandez will do the honors on this side. Paris, the one earning the foul, coach complimenting him for his hard work. Hernandez goes low, is intercepted, and now goal scorer is on the run, but he's not able to get through. And now there's a breakaway for Betis. Is he going to get it? The field just a little longer than his legs on this case. And Morgan is going to do the necessary in relaunching an attack for Vincy bowlers. No doubt there are many celebrations going on now in Newtown, Dominica. Sorry, not Newtown, I was corrected. Newtown is the Harlem team. Kingstown, in this case. Meanwhile, players behind it, he gets a shot off. Is he going to get a second chance? No, he is not going to get a second chance. It was a close and great job by Floyd to stop a low-driven shot in the bottom corner. Floyd taking time to reflect on that save. And he goes up and out, trying to get the left wing involved. But it comes right back at him, and a very unique attempt by Shaba. I think the ball was a little behind him, so he had to contort himself in an awkward manner to attempt to get it. But Betis doing what they can to try to get that ball out to the wings. Coach urging Paris to maybe put it a little wider. They have Adrian Perelton or Perlion on the far side, number 18, that they have been trying to get the ball to. This one up and over and skipped around by the goal scorer. Shava not fully prepared, but he still gets it, and he very cleverly eludes his man. Shaba very confident on the ball. Not often do you see him lose possession. And Morgan will reset and change directions. And they relaunch the attack from the right side, and a through pass that maybe is just a little too long. So Floyd really trying to find Perlion on the Adrian Perlion on the right side and the left side. Hasn't done so successfully yet, but he will keep at it. So here we see Adams, an imposing figure on the ball, taking it down. Morgan with another through pass. He is calibrating, he's continuing to calibrate that through pass, hoping to find the wingers on his team, in this case Franklin, and again Adams imposing himself on the defense. Adams wearing a headband, almost like a Milwaukee Bucks basketballer. He does have the imposing figure for it. But Hernandez goes inside. Hernandez goes up and over. Pierre is jostling. He wins it, but he won't get very far. Paris on the ball trying to protect it. Shaba wins it. Shaba makes a soft pass, and somehow it stays in. Pierre keeps it very patiently, and they almost tries to pass it in towards Floyd, but it is not going to catch him off guard. Williams playing a little deeper today than he did yesterday, filling in for Matthias, who played in that role. And now they have allowed Adams to play a more defensive midfield position, which is where Williams played yesterday. But Williams has been called upon to come back and play in that centre-back role in place of Matthias, who has been given a little break. Meanwhile, up front we have Shaba, who heads over, and Pierre looks for his options. Pierre doing a little trickery with both feet, and surely it is going to be 3-0. Pierre and Shaba combining to give the Vincy team from St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Kingstown, a third goal. A lot of patience exhibited in that particular case by Pierre to create that opportunity, and he was patient. He was able to switch feet while dribbling and make a nice pass that the attacker can do no wrong. Not quite sure. We have to wait to get confirmation of the scorer from where we are, but it looks like it was Alexander that came in to put that away. Meanwhile, from the back, Nathaniel Mitchell goes deep, a little too deep. It's into the hands of Stowe. Stowe perhaps didn't plan that, but the ball is at Adams' feet. Adams toes it in to the goal scorer. Now a lot of room on the right side. What is he going to do? He places it across and off the post. That ball hit with pace. It's a good ball, but the attacker not fully prepared for a ball at that pace, Franklin, and it comes off the post, and Floyd finds himself a get out of jail card. Nice change of play from the scorer of the last goal, I believe. Number 12, Shaba, is on the run, and Floyd is, of course, behind it. Kishon Alexander, and as you see them, you see Alexander and center for the Milwaukee Bucks part-time, Adams, really dominating the center circle, creating a nice stable core for Vincy ballers to be able to express themselves up front. The role that those two players are performing, yesterday was Williams doing it, has allowed the attackers, in terms of nice pass from Shaba, surely, and no, again, a little too much pace for Franklin, and he's unable to find the back of the net. Very well weighted pass from Shamron Phillips, who has been one of the more, if not the most impactful offensive players for Vincy ballers. Not always the goal scorer, but often the provider. But here is this man up front. Shaba trying to stop, and he gets clever with a Rabona pass. Now we see Adams posting up. Shaba has it. Shaba now feeling very confident, and he comes back, and it gets to the safe hands of Floyd. That Franklin cross up, and as we know, Morgan does not miss a head ball. Nice touch to come outside, and Alexander Morgan plays it. That one is not going to stay in play. And coach Eugene Paris to go deep. He does well. Down the line now is going to be Franklin. Tries to find Pierre, but is not able to do so. Paris behind it, goes over the top, it hits his man. Fernandez from outside, and it almost scores. Keeper did not see that one coming. Totally unexpected. The Vincy Bowler defenders were planted, not expecting Hernandez to hit from that far. And for that, he will earn his team a corner, even though he would have much preferred for a goal. So while the referee calls the medical staff to come and take a look at Floyd's left wrist, the players will take a hydration break. So the coach scored 3-0, and with each goal, Vincy Bowlers from Kingstown, St. Vincent, and the Grenadines are looking more and more confident. However, the boys from Trinidad and Tobago, Real Betis TT, remain resilient and continue to press, looking for opportunity. Coach George came to Castries St. Lucia with a full team of maybe 23 players, and he has made sure to rotate his players, keep legs fresh, keep players in the mix so that everyone gets a chance to experience the football in this tournament and grow and develop. Some players on this team on the younger side and some others more experienced. So he's really tried to mix it up to be able to come here with this team, not just for the wins, but for the experience of playing in the Free Kick Youth Cup 2022 in St. Lucia, and allow his players to see players from different countries, different cultures, different styles of play. And at this age, we can all appreciate that that is where the value is in this type of experience. There will be no $1 million checks handed out for the Winners' Cup, but the most important thing for the players and for the Free Kick Foundation is for these players to experience the camaraderie, the spirit and the competition of their peers within the region and beyond the region as they develop, not just as players, but as men. And I think all the boxes are being ticked here today and this week with respect to that. At the same time, however, we are always happy to see talent, potential, competition from teams across the region, and good football, which is ultimately what everyone here looks forward to most. So, in the meantime, we see one of the teams from the upcoming game warming up. That is the 4 o'clock game. And that looks like the Barbados team, BIM. But we are back in play only to call the halftime whistle. Floyd never really putting his glove back on. The referee probably making him aware that it was halftime very, very soon. And we end the halftime with Vincy Ballers with a commanding 3-0 lead over Real Betis, Trinidad and Tobago. There's still 40 minutes of football. Time for Real Betis TT to come back. And I'm sure they imagine that if Vincy Ballers can score 3 goals in 40 minutes, so can they. Coach George is going to be trying to rotate some fresh legs into his team. He has the likes of Joshua Joseph, Constantine, his number 10 player, another Joseph, and of course Weeks and Tristan Kefa and Duncan to come on. So he has a slate of players available to help this team. We see some of them coming on now to get warm, and we are sure to see them shortly. So we take a short break and then we come back after the halftime break for the second half of this encounter.
start the second half on shooter number 2. We have Vincy for the 3. We have Betis 0. Shooter number 2 over on the far side. We have Nicola 0. Alex 0.
No, I'm trying to tell you, it's about me. It's about you. It's about you. Hold on, hold on. So are you going to do first contact? Okay, you're talking about. No, I'm talking about today. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Because I'm talking when you say one week, you know what time it is? Well, I'm calling you 6 summer, but we know you say
It looks like Haiti, middle Haiti, that's 2-1 to the score 1-0 against Allen United. volunteering to keep the number sheet if you go to the next meeting. Thank you. taking the score to 6-0 in favor of Vincy Ballers. Vincy ballers. Goal number 8 for the Vincy ballers. Goal number 8 for Vincy ballers versus Real Betis. Vincy Ballers 8, we have Betis 0. Still have on field number 2, we have Allen United versus Betis.